Welcome to Big Faces Worldwide. It's your guy Big Will, and I'm back to talk this boxing, fam. What's good with you, man? Hey, listen, man. Anthony Joshua, Big Baby Miller, press conference, NYC, off the charts. You understand what I'm talking about? These dudes don't like each other, man. If I was a guy who didn't know either one of these dudes, man, and I seen this press conference and I seen the energy, I seen the intensity that these two guys was displaying, I would want to watch this fight, man. I would want to watch this fight. I love the energy that Big Baby Miller is bringing to the fight, man. He's amped up. This is his big moment. This is his big chance. You know what I'm saying? So he's bringing that fire that you want to see from an opponent, man. Especially an opponent who is thought to be somebody's coming out party, man. AJ is looking at Miller. Eddie Hearn is looking at Miller to be his, welcome to United States party. You know what I'm saying? Making his introduction off of his name, off of his back. And Big Baby Miller it ain't having none of it. You know what I'm saying? He's not standing for none of it. But one thing that I've noticed, man, I noticed a lot of people, saying AJ was scared, Big Baby punked. AJ, I didn't see that. I did not see that, man. I seen AJ there standing his ground, man. I seen him, Big Baby did shove the shit out of him, you know what I'm saying? But, if AJ was afraid, if AJ was scared, he would have let the security guards and people usher his ass out of there. You know what I'm saying? Instead, AJ was telling them, nah, be cool. Come on, let us do this. Be cool. Get out the way. You know what I'm saying? He wanted to get back in front of Big Baby and finish that face off, man. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't see no fear in Anthony Joshua, man. I like this, man. I watched a couple interviews of Anthony Joshua and Big Baby afterwards, but, I heard Anthony Joshua saying, how he's going to shove his jab down Big Baby's throat. You know what I'm saying? He wants to hurt Big Baby. Big Baby brought out, something in Anthony Joshua that, we as fight fans, we really haven't seen before. Well, maybe we have with the Dillian White fight. Him and Dillian White had bad blood, man. He wanted to hurt Dillian White. You know what I'm saying? They wanted to hurt each other, man. And, it kind of played out in a fight. You know what I'm saying? So Anthony Joshua should have learned from that moment. You know what I mean? Do not go into the ring with your emotions. You know what I mean? You can have all the hatred and dislike, disdain for your opponent all you want, but don't fight off of that. You know what I'm saying? As long as he don't bring that into the ring and try to fight off his emotions, I think he'll be good. You know what I mean? I think he'll be good. Big Baby up there, he called him Uncle Tom. You know what I'm saying? He said he gonna pay his mom's rent and, all that shit there, man. Big Anthony Joshua called him a bitch, and these dudes, wasn't nothing. They weren't holding nothing back, man. I'm real excited for this fight. You know what I'm saying? I told you in the video, a week ago or something, man, that I was excited for this fight because I love to see heavyweights, with the spotlight on them, man. We haven't had, really good solid years of heavyweight action in a while, man. But the last 2-3 years has been pretty decent for the heavyweights, man, and it's only continuing to get better, man. I like to see that, man. My thing is now, the revelation came out that Tyson Fury allegedly dropped Big Baby and sparring about 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 times. You know what I mean? And if Tyson Fury is dropping him, he said he had a headache after the Wilder sparring match. I think Wilder concussed him or something, man. Anthony Joshua, man, got a good chance of beating the brakes off of Big Baby Miller, man. You know what I mean? People don't like Anthony Joshua over here in the United States, man. And, whether I like him or not, you know what I'm saying, I got to give the dude his props, man. The dude can fight. The dude can box, man. The dude got power in both hands, man. And when he gets you hurt, he knows how to finish you, man. He's going all out to hurt you. He's a big boy, man. 6'6", 250. You know what I mean? That's a big man. You understand what I'm saying? Big Baby's a big boy too, I think he's around 6'4". he come in the ring 315, 320. You know what I'm saying? So these is two very large men. You understand what I'm saying? And you know, I want to see what type of referee they have for that fight, man. They're gonna have to get a big referee to get in there and get a handle on these dudes, man, because you ain't gonna be able to stop these two big dudes, man. If something was to really break out, man, you know what I mean. If they get a hold of each other and don't want to let go, you know what I'm saying. Like Mike Tyson and Evander Holyfield when they was, that was pandemonium. Y'all remember Mike Tyson in the ring, man? And all the sheriffs and them, scared to touch him. You know what I'm saying? Go check that out, man. When Mike Tyson bit Evander Holyfield's ear off. You know what I'm saying? Everybody jumped in the ring trying to calm Mike down, man. Mike started swinging on everybody. You know what I mean? Didn't nobody want to grab him. They made all type of videos about that recently too. You know what I mean? That happened in, the 90s. But recently, dudes get the editing equipment on him, man, and make videos of the facial expressions of the sheriffs when Mike Tyson started swinging on him. You know what I mean? Tyson was a fool, man. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know how serious Big Baby is. You know what I'm saying? Is he doing this for promotion? You know what I'm saying? Or does he really dislike Anthony Joshua? You know what I'm saying? He called him a diva, called him an Uncle Tom, called him a spoiled little brat with a G-string, said he gonna crack him like an egg. You know what I mean? Big Baby is talking that talk, man. Anthony Joshua said he ain't nothing but a kickboxer. He got dropped. He said he got a glass chin. He said he gonna knock his ass out. You know what I'm saying? June 1st, it's going down. You know what I mean? But what I noticed from the press conference is that Big Baby had a lot of support in that crowd, in that audience, man. I was surprised for that, man. Being that Big Baby is not really known over here in the States, you know what I'm saying? But he was in New York, you know what I mean? So I was curious to see the reaction, the response that he was going to get by that New York crowd, man. And, they responded pretty good to him, man. However, Anthony Joshua, they responded to him exactly how I thought they would, man. And, he didn't get that favorable response that he's used to. So Anthony Joshua's got to deal with a lot of, things that's going to make him uncomfortable. A lot of things that's not the norm for him. He's used to everybody cheering for him. He's used to being in the place of being in a place that he's familiar with. You know what I'm saying? And coming over here in the States, man, it could be hostile territory, man, because like I said before, a lot of people are upset with him because of the Wilder negotiations. You know what I'm saying? Him and Eddie Hearn playing games with Wilder. A lot of people over here in the States don't take kindly to that, man. And, he left a bad taste in a lot of people's mouths. Will that crowd in MSG be hostile? You know what I'm saying? But it can also work the other way too. We seen Tyson Fury come over here and make a whole lot of fans, a whole lot of new fans. You know what I'm saying? Can Anthony Joshua with his charm and his clean cut, you know what I'm saying, proper language, be able to sway some fans over his way? I don't know, man. We'll see. You know what I mean? But heavyweight division is looking good right now, man. I read something that Bob Arum was talking about, man. He was talking about how you know, they don't have to wait on the WBC to dictate nothing about, the Wilder Fury fight. It just amazes me that, it ain't even been 48 hours since, Tyson Fury's been with Top Rank and ESPN and in a co-promotion with Queensberry. That he's, took it upon himself to jump right into the negotiations of the Wilder Fury 2 rematch, man. He was saying that how both guys can have a interim match beforehand, how it doesn't need to be May 18th, it doesn't need to be in June, you know what I'm saying? He said it could be whenever, you know what I mean? Me knowing Bob Arum, been watching Bob Arum for decades, I can say that Bob Arum, now that he's involved, he's probably going to want to make as much money as he can. You know what I'm saying? You got to split the pie a couple different ways, with Queensberry, Top Rank, and you know what I'm saying? So he's going to try to capitalize, every single dollar. You know what I mean? And as a promoter, that's what he's supposed to do. I don't like it, but you know what I'm saying? I can see Bob Arum trying to stretch this thing out as long as he can. You know what I'm saying? I don't see the rematch happening this summer. You know, I honestly think that, Fury got a fight. Fury gonna have a fight coming up around that time, and it's not gonna be Wilder. Um, uh, Anthony Joshua gonna have a fight, and after that, I believe that ESPN will be able to get the deal done with Eddie Hearn and them, man. Bob Arum has already been working with Eddie Hearn. It's just a crazy situation, man. It's just a crazy situation how things can change in boxing, man. You know what I'm saying? You can look at it a couple weeks ago. You know what I mean? Let's say 3 weeks ago, man. It looked like Anthony Joshua, was on the outside looking in. It looked like Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder had the keys to the world. You know what I'm saying? And within a blink of an eye, now it's looking like Deontay Wilder is back on the outs. You know what I'm saying? It looked like he's back on the outs, wanting to get in. You know what I'm saying? And him. I heard him on the Boxing Voice. I heard him on 7/8's interview, man. And I don't want him to come off as seeming like he's chasing the fight, as he seems like he's, you know, begging for the fight, man, because that's how it can be taken, man. Like, in the AJ negotiations, man, it seemed like he was kind of like begging for the fight. And that's one of the reasons why Eddie Hearn and Anthony Joshua was able to act the way they were acting, because they knew how bad Deontay Wilder wanted that fight. You know what I'm saying? And I just, I don't want to see him go through the same thing chasing Tyson Fury. You know what I'm saying? Wilder's a big enough name where he can, he could pretty much do his own thing over here, man. And, make $5 million a fight or something, man. You know what I mean? $5 million a fight, fighting these lesser guys. You know what I'm saying? And if that's what it takes, then, then that's what he got to do. You know what I'm saying? But don't run around here and act like you begging a dude for a fight, man. And, and he really don't want to fight you, man. You got the whole world looking at you, man, and, saying this guy's desperate. He can't do this without me. You know what I mean? Wilder has built up his fan base, has built up his brand where he doesn't need either one of those dudes, man. He can, fight whoever they put in front of him, and, he's going to pull in some pretty good numbers. You know what I'm saying? But, the heavyweight division is fun right now. It's fun right now that Big Baby has joined the ranks. You know what I'm saying? His energy that he brings to it. You know what I'm saying? And should he upset AJ, how would the heavyweight landscape look then, man? He would shake up everything. You know what I'm saying? And don't forget about Dillian White, Dominic Brazil. You know what I'm saying? No matter what you may think of the two fighters, but if you just take a look at their styles, man, it's going to be a real good fight. You know what I'm saying? Should that fight get made, that will be an all-action-packed fight, man. Dillian White's going to bring it, and Dominic Brazil's going to try to bring it, man. Dominic Brazil is just slow. You know what I'm saying? He's just slow, man. But he could take a beating for a little while, man, and he's going to keep coming. You know what I'm saying? You take a look at that fight that he had with AJ. You know what I mean? AJ was hitting him with some hellacious shots, man. I mean, he was busting his ass up, man, and Dominic Brazil just kept coming, kept trying. He just was too slow, and he didn't have what it takes to compete with an Anthony Joshua. But what I seen in him was that no quit attitude, that dog in him that takes a licking and keep on ticking. You know what I mean? But one thing for sure, and two things that I know, is that Wilder can still bring in a crowd without Joshua or Fury. You know what I'm saying? Anthony Joshua, you know what I'm saying? He's coming over here to America, and, he's going to have his hands full for a little while with Big Baby. It's just not going to be a walk in the park. You understand what I'm saying? And Tyson Fury, you know what I'm saying? He don't have he don't have no opponents over there at Top Rank. So it's almost like he has to fight um, Deontay Wilder. Who is he gonna fight? Brian Jennings that just got knocked out. You know what I mean? Who is he gonna fight over there at Top Rank? Nobody wants to see him fight them dudes, man. The people over here in America barely know who Tyson Fury is, man. They know him because of him fighting Deontay Wilder, but they don't want to see him fighting these guys that Top Rank got. So, you know what I'm saying? They're in a peculiar position also. So we'll see, man. We'll see what happens with these dudes, man. I'm excited. It's seeming fun. You know what I'm saying? That we're talking about heavyweights. I'm looking at my timeline and all I see is Deontay Wilder, Tyson Fury, Big Baby Miller, Anthony Joshua, Dillian White, Dominic Brazil. And it's a very good feeling, man, because, everybody knows, the heavyweight champion of the world. Coming up when I was a youngster, man, everybody knew who the heavyweight champion of the world was, man. And, if you was the heavyweight champion of the world, you was the champion of the world. In boxing, you was that single component, that single individual that represented boxing, man, to the mainstream, to the casual fans. You know what I'm saying? Who's the world champion of the world? You know what I'm saying? Mike Tyson. Larry Holmes, whoever was the champion at that time is recognized worldwide, man. So, hopefully, it could bring a lot of eyes back to the sport. I'm looking forward to the sport. I'm glad I started doing this YouTube thing, man, because it has, you know, it has heightened my love for the sport even more, man. I've always been a boxing fan. I've been, into boxing for decades. But me starting this YouTube thing, man, has got me more involved in the sport, man, and it's fun as hell. I love it. You understand what I'm saying? But that's all I got for now, man. It's your guy, Big Will. This is Big Faces Worldwide. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Also, hit the bell icon so you could be notified when I'm dropping more videos. Until next time, peace. I'll holla back.